folks, it's me, Brian, and this is what I'm drinking tonight. I'm having a Scotch called Speyburn. It is a Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey aged 10 years. Uh, a classic Speyside malt. I got this from an ABC store in Virginia, $35. So it's relatively economical for a single malt scotch from the actual country. So let's read what's on the box. Matured for 10 years in American oak, ex bourbon, and ex sherry casks. This award winning single malt was born of Speyside's natural elements, embodying the rich, fresh sweetness of the region. Sounds good, right? So it's kind of interesting that they use the American casks. That means that they got to take all these casks and transport them over to Scotland to make scotch. So I'm opening this up for the very first time. The good thing about ABC stores in Virginia is they do have a wide range of scotches that you don't find at package stores in Virginia. The back says in 1897, John Hopkins discovered a unique spot in the heart of Speyside, ideal for making exceptionally smooth whiskey. Building a distillery in the steep wooden glen by the Granty Burn was challenging. However, with abundant pure water and the rich natural elements of this lush region of Scotland, it was worth the effort. To this day, Speyburn remains the only distillery to draw its water from this major tributary of the River Spey. Here in the secluded tree-lined valley, this golden liquid rests in hand-selected oak, American oak, ex-bourbon, and ex-sherry casks, breathing in the natural elements of this outstanding region. This resulting whiskey is as mellow as its surroundings. This award-winning dram is a deep, complex, and well-balanced single malt. There are touches of fresh fruit, hints of toffee and butterscotch, and a long, smooth, sweet finish. 40% alcohol by volume. Sorry for the long description, but I wanted to read it for myself. Um, and let's see if it is a long, smooth, sweet finish. And if all this stuff about the River Spey um, is true. I like the logo. It has like a fish on it. I guess that represents the river. Can you see the fish? Let's crack this one open. I haven't had scotch in a while. Ran out of it. Finished my Lagavulin, so now I'm on to some of my other preferred scotches, the Speyside and the Highlands. Having a little trouble here. Hope it's worth getting into it, as hard as it is to get into it. All right, here we go. Smells sweet. Pour myself a little dram. So here's what it looks like. Typical scotch. Has some legs to it too. I don't know if you can see it, but there's some legs over here, meaning it does have some sweetness to it. Let's give it a smell. Yeah, it has that maple sweetness. I will say it has toffee. I'm starting to recognize the toffee. I'm kind of getting caramel, but we'll see. And orange. All right, folks, enough of that. Schlenk de va. All right, first sip. On the harshness, it's not very harsh, not very boozy, 40% alcohol by volume, but um, you can have some that are the same ABV but be very boozy. So it's not very harsh on the palate. It is mellow. I will say it is mellow. It does have its sweetness to it and a very complex taste. I am getting some orange, some fruit. Butterscotch, not so much. However, let me give you a disclaimer. I don't eat a lot of butterscotch. So when it comes to identifying it, I'm not your best man for it. What else does it purport to have? I think it's on the back of this. Fruit, toffee, and butterscotch. Long, smooth, sweet finish. Now, I will say this: the finish is sweet, not necessarily long, but it is sweet. It's mellow. It is mellow. I mean, with no ice, no water, it is mellow compared to other scotches that I've had. It is sweet. It's a different type of sweetness that I've experienced. It's not necessarily like a honey or maple sweetness. It's sweet though. It is sweet and a little bit spicy. So how would I rate this? Well, I'm probably going to give this a pretty high rating. I give it a 95. Uh, the reason that I give it a 95 is number one, it's only 10 years old, right? Number two, the price is only $35. Your scotches, your single malts, your uh, your A-listers, those can go from anywhere from like 65 with Abelor to over 100 with Balvenie and Glenfiddich uh, and Macallan. So I think this is a very good whiskey, very good scotch for the price. I would definitely buy this again. It's only 10 years old, but I would definitely buy it again. It is well worth the price. This is something I could see myself drinking every day, although I shouldn't. My doctor told me to cut down, so I am going to do that. Still going to make my videos. But this is a very good dram. This is a nice sweet dram. And you could taste a little bit of the oak and vanilla. It is a great product. It is a great product. I cannot give it any more praise. It is a great product for its price. Even not for its price, it is a great product. There are many other scotches that I have purchased that have cost so much more that I didn't like, but this is only 35 bucks. I mean, this is as cheap as some of the scotches you find on the bottom shelf in plastic bottles, and it is delicious. So there you have it, folks. Speyburn Speyside Single Malt Scotch Whiskey, 10 years, 40% alcohol by volume. I give it an A. It is a very wonderful product. I highly recommend it if you're a Scotch drinker. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you on the next video.